Hi you guys. Information right off the bat. I want to let you guys know I have my website. My new website is finally up and it is enlightenya.com. If you go there, you can get a free PDF workshop on how to find your life purpose, and it'll come straight into your inbox and you will be good to go on that front. So today's message is about do it yourself, how to find self-love. I have a friend of mine, really good friend of mine, and I tell her, I won't say her name, but I say, girl, you need to learn to love yourself. And she goes, girl, I don't even know what that means. And that kind of makes me sad. She goes, what does it mean to love yourself? And I said, well, it means that you love yourself. And she's so far beyond even comprehending what that is, and it kind of makes me sad because we have to love ourselves. If you want to be in a high-level relationship, like a soulmate relationship, you cannot achieve that if you are trying to seek love from outside of yourself. And that's what it means if you do not have self-love. It means that other people are there to fill you up, and they're there to bring you what it is that you can't achieve in yourself. And so you have to have self-love. You have to really appreciate yourself. You have to give gratitude for the person that you are. There's so many ways in order for you to do that. So in today's video, do it yourself self-love. I'm giving you 5 steps. 5 steps. And they aren't all of them, but they're the very easiest ways for you to kind of start to achieve what it is that we're looking for, and to achieve love for yourself. Okay, so step number 1 is you need to learn to appreciate your dark side. One of the biggest things that happens in the world is that people are always trying to not show their shadow self, their dark side. They're afraid of it. They think it's wrong. Maybe when they were kids, they were taught, no, you don't speak up when you're not supposed to be spoken to. Or say things like, why do you do the things that you do? And so we have darkness inside of us. We consider it darkness. Don't be afraid of your darkness. If you like to talk a lot, and you've been told by somebody that that's annoying and so you try to hide it, don't do that. If you have a bad temper, or you have rage issues, or you are severely jealous, or you have other issues in your life that you don't want to be them, do not be afraid of who you are. This is about celebrating. When you have self-love, it's about celebrating what it is inside of yourself. And I'm not saying that there aren't things that you want to change, like jealousy. And if you haven't seen that video, I did a video last week on jealousy, and I'll put the link above. But you are made with so many traits. If you're very hyperactive and you have a hyperactive personality, don't try to change that about yourself. It's how you were gifted. If you really want to have self-love for yourself, you need to stop hiding from your darkness, okay? Because you can't just be all great and wonderful all the time. You can't be, you can, but if you're trying to only be loving and kind and sweet, what do you think is going to happen? Because another part of your personality needs to also emerge. So when you're becoming your most authentic self, you need to celebrate all of the parts of you. And learn, if there's something that really bothers you about your dark side, then you need to learn to integrate it. Okay, so that brings us to step number 2. And that is to integrate your shadow self. So 1 was to find out your darkness, appreciate your darkness, appreciate who you are. And 2 is to integrate that into the person that you are, that you want to be. And so that you can celebrate that about yourself. Okay, you want to celebrate who you are. That's super important, that you understand that you are okay exactly as you are. So you're going to integrate that into your, so here's an example. And I'm going to use an example that Carl Jung used. And he's always talking about integrating your shadow. And he's a really good teacher on this particular thing. So I could do 3 videos on integrating your shadow. And this is the basis of it. If you have rage issues and a lot of anger issues, then to integrate that into your personality, you may want to do something like take a martial arts class. Because then you're using, think about MMA or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or any of those things where you're taking all that aggression and that rage and you're using it productively in something that's good for you and healthy. And it's a great, great thing to do martial arts. And they teach you how to control it. And so you're integrating that as a part of your personality. Here's another example I will give you. My brother-in-law, I always told him, you know what you should do for a living? You should be a bounty hunter. And he didn't do that for a living. But the reason I thought that was, one, he's very intelligent. Two, he is extremely observant. Three, he would make an excellent detective. And four, he's a badass. He would make a great bounty hunter. And I wouldn't want to put him in danger like that, but he also has a lot of empathy. So he would be like the type of bounty hunter where he would find the person, but also empathize and probably help them with what they're going through. He's a very straightforward kind of guy, says it like it is. I really do think that would have been a really good career choice for him. So that would be integrating a lot of the things that he is naturally, and one of them would be that he's a bit of a badass and he can defend himself. And those are things that he probably has to work on in his life, and it has been something that he's had to work on in his life, is a little bit of the anger and whatnot. But it would be really good for a career like that. So you want to integrate your shadow into your personality and not be ashamed of it, okay? So that brings us to step number 3, which is honor your body. This is not about dieting. This is not about any of that. It is appreciating your body, your looks, who you are exactly as you are, okay? If you cannot look at your naked body in the mirror and see it as something beautiful, then you need to work on that. If you are one of those types of people who, and most of us are a comfort eater, when things are going wrong, and then you're gonna grab the sweets, you're gonna grab the chips, you're gonna grab all of that, you're not treating your body like it's the most important part of you living, which it is. Treat your body the way that you would maybe feed your animals. Like, I would never give my horses things that are bad for them because it would make them perform less. It would make them feel bad. Yet we do these things to ourselves all the time. So I would never let my dog eat things that are really, really bad for him or her, because that would make them sick. Yet we eat things that make us sick all the time. So really think about that. What are the foods that make you feel good? What are the things that make you feel healthy? Exercise. Do you move? Or does it hurt all the time? Well, maybe it's a little bit of backtrack to treating your body better. But really start to honor your body. Honor the way that you look. Look in the mirror and give yourself a little bit of love. I love you, Jodi. Like, look in the mirror and do that. And look in the mirror and go, this is what my body looks at this age. And I'm okay with it. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else in the world. And I'll tell you a personal example about this as well. When I was gonna start doing videos for my business, I had a hard time with the fact that I don't have very good teeth. And although I know my teeth aren't that great, they aren't something that I really see all the time until I started recording videos. And it really bothered me, my teeth. And there's nothing wrong with my teeth, I just have big spaces. I'm not missing any teeth, or I have small teeth. But I didn't want to create videos because of that. And I thought maybe if I could get my teeth fixed. And then I thought, you know what? I'm being ridiculous. Because all the people that I have in my life that I'm friends with, they all know what my teeth look like, and they don't have a problem with it. They're still friends with me. You know, I'm being silly. What my teeth look like, what my face looks like, what my body looks like has nothing to do with the messages that I'm delivering on my videos. So I was being silly, and I just pushed through and did it, and I am happy that I love making these videos for you guys. It really inspires me in a lot of ways, and I'm not perfect. And so sometimes I do love to eat really things that are bad for me, and I don't care because I'm honoring my body and the fact that it's fun for me to do that time. So honor your body, honor your looks, and really just you are who you are. You are what you look like, and that is good. You don't have to be looking like someone else. You don't have to look like these models in these catalogs that most of them are so photoshopped anyway. They don't even look like that. You don't have to look like the stars that spend thousands of dollars trying to stay young or look young or be young, or you can just learn to appreciate who you are as you are, because you are beautiful. Start appreciating yourself. You are handsome. Start appreciating how you look. Okay, with that in mind, we're gonna go to step number 4, and that is to start to date yourself. I want you to take yourself out on a date this week. Buy yourself flowers if you want. If you want chocolate, buy yourself chocolate. What is it that you would do to treat yourself on a date? What exactly would you do? And if you want to take someone with you, take someone with you, but really think about, what am I doing to date myself? What would you do? Would you make a bubble bath? What would you do? Netflix and make yourself a beautiful meal. But really appreciate who you are. And on this date, even really say to yourself, I value you, who you are. I appreciate you as a person. Just like you would someone whom you love, whom you appreciate, someone that you value. Date yourself. Take yourself on a date. Do this regularly, at least once a week. Really honor yourself and who you are. And that brings us to step number 5. And that is, I want you to make a list of the healthy, loving people in your life that love you exactly like you are without trying to change you. Write this list down. It can be your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncles, your whatever, your friends. Really, the healthy people in your life that honor you on a regular basis. And if you aren't having enough people in your life, then you need to seek to find yourself more. And I want you to just dig inside of yourself and feel the appreciation that you have for them. Really feel the appreciation and give gratitude and thanks for the way that they love you. And then look at that love and compare yourself to how they love you. Do you love yourself as much? Put yourself in their shoes. When they see me, they love me, and I know this. And I can love it's okay for me to be loved. Accept it. Accept the love that they have for you, and then feel that love for yourself, or the way that you give that love back. Give the love back. If you want to even thank them, thank you so much for loving me so much over the years. It is your voice that I hear when I'm really feeling bad about myself. And start doing that. If you're feeling bad about yourself, think about the people that really, really love you. Not need you. Love you. Love you all the time, no matter what that you do. The unconditional love in your life. I can think of 5 friends right off the top of my head that I know love me so unconditionally, and I love them the same way in return. And it doesn't matter if we talk often. In fact, some of them I only talk to every few years. And I appreciate them so, so much. And I try to love myself as much as they love me. I love myself as much as I love them. And that is what we're striving for here. Love yourself the way other people love you. You are worthy of that. You are so worthy of that. So these are only 5 ways, okay? But there's so much more to loving yourself. And this is a journey that we're on. If you want to find your soulmate, that one perfect person, then you really want to be that person for the person that you're going to match with. And if you're loving yourself, then you're not asking too much from the other person to fulfill you. And that is the goal. That is the main goal. Thank you guys for being here again. And I appreciate it. And I love you so, so much. And I hope that you can love yourself as much as I love you. Thank you. Have a great, great day.